What you rocking Zeal 2, baby? Let me just reset my webcam. My webcam be tweaking, be going out and then. I look pretty much the same, bro. It's nothing really changed. See? Hey. But anyways, we live on Twitch. We live on YouTube. We live on Facebook Live as soon as I can figure out how to get my stream key and whatever I need for that. We'll look at it later on. Right now I'm on loading up my phone, bro. I just updated my phone to iOS 17.2. I think that's what it's called. I had something in my eye. Sorry about that, y'all. So this is Quantum Continuum episode. No, Quantum Continuum. Yeah, log into a different profile. Quantum Continuum 6. I've been doing my Roman numerals lately. So we got VII. That's 6 right there, y'all. Yeah, did y'all know that? Sorry. Okay, let's get into it. Let's see what we got on the home screen. Okay. So, this is where we left off on the last video. I got my chat open in case y'all want to say something. Don't be awkward. Oh, it's just me. Let's see what we got. Ed Steve's live. Come catch the vibes. Okay. Okay. This video was 1 hour and 11 minutes. I just did a 2K video. I sometimes get views on it. Maybe 20 or whatever. He got 20 more than I do. He looked like he had a full crowd. Like they was like actively talking to him. Like, bro, you should do this, this, and this. And he's like, I got y'all. Oh, let's watch this. This is more Plania. I don't know how to say his name. Plania. If you know how to say his name, let me know.
Will you marry me?
No. That's a weird question.
Save up to $200 on unlocked Google Pixel 8 phones at Best Buy.
I hate and love these ads at the same time. 1 and 2. So this video is
been going crazy
8
with
minutes.
returns as of late. First you had Nia Jax, then there was Randy Orton and CM Punk in the same night, and
Don't forget
now
R-Truth.
you might be getting the return of Sasha Banks. This
Mercedes
is what Sean Ross Sapp has to
Monet.
say about Mercedes money. I do think there's more of a possibility of Mercedes heading back to WWE than I did in August, when there was a working plan for Mercedes and AEW to work together, because when I followed up on that, I have not been told of any current active plan for that to happen. This is huge news for WWE and its women's division. Sasha Banks is a big-time name. She left in 2022 after feeling like she was being disrespected with her booking, and after a long-needed break and a taste of Japanese wrestling, she suffered an injury that put her on the shelf. At the time, there were many rumors about Sasha Banks potentially joining AEW. However, the injury put an end to those plans, and according to Sean Ross Sapp, those plans don't seem to be in the works anymore, and the rumors have been circulating that Sasha Banks is going to come back to WWE for some time now. With TKO in charge, they've had no problem throwing money at top names like The Rock, CM Punk, Nia Jax, and John Cena to return, and I think Sasha Banks coming back to WWE is a very real possibility, especially with Triple H under control of WWE and its creative process. I always did feel like she was going to come back to WWE, and I'm really happy about that. It seemed like she needed some time away for a little bit to explore.
I can't wait
indies,
to see it, bro.
It might be time
with CM Punk returning, nothing is.
About matches with Bianca Belair, Io Sky, and Jade Cargill has me excited for this return. I hope
nothing is impossible now.
Happen, and if it does, Triple H better give her a long title reign because that woman deserves it more than anybody I know. In other news, a new report came out stating that TKO is looking to reduce the amount of house shows that WWE puts on because it isn't too profitable. And I think this is great for a number of reasons.
I think that's great going forward.
They can use that money to reinvest in WWE. This could be for more signings in the future or whatever can make WWE more money or better as a whole.
I don't think
Not
they should
only
get rid of
that,
them,
but
but
this is gonna be
limit them.
great for talent
Seems like
altogether.
every time I
They'll
look on
also have
Instagram,
more
there's a
energy
house
and
show
they'll be
going
able
on.
to rest more, which will lead to less injuries, and they'll just have less of a chance of getting hurt at a live event. Then the best.
But I do feel like them live events are fun to work
with
for most
families.
people.
That's always a good thing. I've always thought WWE
Not saying
ran
that
too many house
a
shows
regular
anyways, so I think
TV
this
show
is
isn't
great
fun.
news. Staying on the topic of TKO and behind the scenes of WWE, we got an update with Ariel Emanuel and Vince McMahon's relationship. Sports Illustrated reports that sources within WWE have shared that Vince McMahon has no plans of leaving the company. The focus for McMahon is handling the assignments assigned to him by Endeavor CEO Ari Emanuel. All accounts internally are that their working relationship remains a positive one. We don't know exactly what this means per se, but I really think it doesn't matter. As long as Vince McMahon isn't getting in the creative process of WWE, I'm fine with Vince still being a part of the company. It doesn't matter regardless. Somebody in the comments did say that Vince McMahon is playing with an unplugged controller, and I thought that was one of the funniest and most accurate things that I've read. We will have a problem though if this old fool tries to rip up some of Triple H's plans.
Unplugged controller.
Show that is
I used to do that to
now.
my brother.
Now I'm not mad and I'm liking the
Oh well,
WWE as a whole.
I told him he could get on the game. Then I have a controller that was disconnected,
It's Lash Legend
where I would tell him not to turn
Otis.
it on.
This is wildly impressive stuff. I just couldn't believe it.
No freaking way! What?
Another interesting clip is
okay.
a fan trying to attack Grayson Waller at a house show. This man has some true heat for a fan to jump the barricade and actually try to attack him. I really think that's wild to think of in 2023. Let's roll the clip.
Yeah, you've never got a match on Tinder in your life for us. This guy's got his hat backwards and he thinks he's cool, but he's got half a beard. Hey, do something, lad. You're like 14 pounds. Hey, you guys came to the wrong show. Justin Bieber's not here. I'm sorry.
And the last thing I want to talk about is Logan.
I thought they were going to show when he got in the
podcast
ring.
Impulsive with Randy Orton. We learned a lot of new information. The first thing being that Dom stays in character at all times, or he's still pissed off about his dad. This is what Logan said about him.
I said to Dom backstage, I was like, your dad's a legend, man. He goes, yeah, fuck that guy.
The second thing we learned is that Randy Orton revealed more details on his injuries.
So I changed a lot of stuff off this last 18 months. I really needed the time. I had a lot of,
I like when
illness,
people stay in character the whole time.
I mean, I couldn't
Only
stand
go out
for
of character
more
when
than
you go
a couple
home.
months without having pain
And
shoot down
get back
my
in
legs.
character when you leave the house.
When I would sit, I had a disc that was slipping every time I would bend. So, on a plane, sitting here, my feet would go numb and I'd have pain shooting down my legs. Oh, it really sucked. It really was hard. But I had some great doctors. They fixed me up right. They didn't cut through any muscle, which would enable me to get back in the ring.
Honestly, we're really lucky to have Randy Orton back in WWE. It sounds like such a terrible injury that he did have and had to deal with. I do hope that he can still wrestle until he's 50 years old like he originally planned. But then again, you never know with the nature of the business. I'm just going to try to enjoy every moment, every time he's on our TV screens. And the last thing that I wanted to include from this interview is a clip of Randy Orton talking about why wrestling matches should be less scripted. This is the perfect explanation. This is exactly why I don't like spot fest that we get nowadays from WWE or even AEW.
It's hard to explain. It's kind of, so a lot of guys, and gosh, it's weird talking about putting matches together. Back in the day, we would never be sitting here talking to each other, talking about how we put shit together. But when you have so many things you're thinking about ahead of time, like all those things with Ray, you had them burned in.
For sure.
It's hard to kind of be in the moment. If you go out there, if you and me went out there and we had nothing laid out except for kind of, a beginning, a middle, and an end, there'd be a lot of gaps to fill. There'd be plenty of time to be in the moment. For me, not having all these spots, if you will, to remember, and it gives you the ability to be in the moment and be out there and actually listen to the people. What we do is kind of you know, get a temperature for the crowd, and we can adjust on the fly. We can pivot when we want. When you have everything laid out, well, it's a choreographed Dancing with the Stars. You know, I know where I'm going to be at this point in the match, and oh, he's got to duck this, duck that. Here we go, over the top, through the table, da da da. You have the whole match laid out. You're probably sleeping the night before, dreaming about those spots. You'll get to a level eventually where you can go out there with some guys, and you can show up an hour before the show, talk very limitedly, and then go out there, and then those people are going to get something else. They're not going to get maybe the athleticism from a Randy Orton that they would from a Logan Paul, but what I can bring to the table is that emotion. And what a lot of guys, when you say that it's a little different with me than other guys, it's because I think most of those other guys are just thinking about what's next. So that's the difference.
Randy Orton is truly a master of the game, and that's why I think he's the GOAT. I keep saying it, and I will continue to do so. Anyways, I recommend watching that entire episode of Impulsive with Randy Orton, especially since you're a wrestling fan. It's a good one. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Alright. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Y'all stay tuned. Just 1 second. Okay. I'm waiting for my